Hello, my name is Samuel Broadus. I'm the president of Short Film Club, and today we're doing the 48-hour film race where all the new members have 48 hours to make a short film. We give them a theme, a prop, and a character name, and they can run with that and make whatever they see fit, as long as they have those criteria. And it's a really fun way for them to learn filmmaking skills on the fly, and it's really a good bonding experience for all of our members. 48-hour film race has gone on since before I was even a member, before I came to UNT. But I never participated due to other obligations, but it was always one of my dreams to actually do it and make a few friends along the way and make a short film. I'm very excited for what they're going to make, because this is also like another way that us as the officers can see what these new members are made of. We get to see what they really like doing, if they're really good at editing, really good at lighting or audio, things like that, and they can really make a big impact on one of our officials.
Basically, the way we kind of chose each other was kind of out of convenience. Braden's my roommate, Teresa's my girlfriend, and Taylor is Teresa's roommate. But me, Taylor, and Braden are all media arts majors. So rather than, because there's still a little bit of time until Short Film Club is really going to kick off and NTTV is really going to kick off. So we really wanted to get our hands on the first thing. And when I was at the Short Film Club meeting and the 48-hour challenge popped up, I went immediately, we're doing that. And they all pretty much agreed and were like, yeah, this would be a great thing for us to get introduced to, and it would be a great way for us to start out. All right, first idea, pregnancy. It was your idea. You pitch it to them.
Okay, so you have the party and you have an established relationship and she ends up getting pregnant and you see like her with a pregnancy test and she like drops it because obviously we can't get a positive pregnancy test. And then you see her tell him, but he completely abandons her.
What's nice with these people is I kind of, I've known them for so long, at least two of them, that I kind of know what they're thinking. Not all the time, but usually I'm able to work off them and we're able to come up to agreements, and a lot easier than maybe a group that just met. And also, I just really like them, so it's easier to work with a crew that you get along with, and you don't have such, there's not as much bickering and there's not as much conflict.
Do you think that by dating one of your members, do you think it
Like a bit of bias?
does it change anything? Do you feel like like if you're biased, or do you feel like it makes it easier to work?
It makes it, in ways it's easier and in ways it's more difficult. One of the ways it's more difficult is it's harder for me to tell her that I don't like her ideas, basically, and I'm sure it's harder for her to tell her that if she doesn't appreciate my ideas. So that kind of puts a little tension, but what's nice is having the two other people to work off of is that I can like present it to them and I can kind of show them my side of the view, and then kind of helps us understand where each of us are coming from. But no, I definitely think it gives me a bit of an advantage because I know her so well, and she knows what I'm thinking, I know what she's thinking, and in ways I think it helps us create a better product. I think a little too hard to pull off.
Yeah, it would be hard to pull off.
Because first of all, if you're trying to incorporate that few years later thing, I know you say you know how to do it with makeup, but it's really hard to convincingly pull that off unless we literally have a title card that says 2 years later, which like cool.
It is actually the hardest to work with my boyfriend on these because we are both we have very strong opinions about what we want to do, and it's more so because this is his major, so this is what he wants to do, and then I'm like, oh, but we should do this and this and this, and he's like, but it's my video, and I'm like, that's true.
So this will be your first project at UNT. How does that make you feel?
I'm a little nervous about it. I typically, I try and be as competitive as possible just to try, because I think competition helps me make the best possible product. But also, I have to kind of step back and be like, look, man, you're a freshman. Try and have some fun first. It's too short.
Okay, idea number 2, that's yours.
That's
Go.
my idea. Okay, so picture this. Opening scene. There's a bike turned upside down. The wheel's spinning. It's kind of like the title card, like whatever the name of our group is together, like blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the music's playing. It kind of pans to some different stuff. So it's like a license plate, a tire, and like the streak. And what happens is the camera...
If we're going to do something, we should do something that we can't, that's not like maybe as serious, that we can't like fuck up
Yeah.
as hard. Because if we do the death thing wrong, then it's not tasteful.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, okay,
offensive,
that was just-
and it's kind of annoying to watch because then it's just a student film.
Yeah.
At that point.
Understandable. Ariana. Is that just the name of one of the characters?
Well, I like the plot twist idea, where
Yeah,
at the
so
very
like-
end he realizes there's a fourth in the relationship.
That he didn't even know
And he's
about?
like, who the fuck is Ariana? And then that's when he realizes he needs to dip on the relationship.
Working with my roommate is really fun. She is also a media arts major, and that is a whole different side. It's also getting to know her, which is fun. And Brayden is kind of more go with the flow. So it's really just I feel like me and Andrew are just butting heads a lot.
Well, it's really cool that 2 of y'all are roommates and then the other 2 are roommates.
Yeah.
That's the most unique thing I think the project has going for it.
Mhm.
As far as groups go, we haven't interviewed other groups obviously, but yeah, just a little personalities. Obviously, just not those good effects.
The fact that all of us are roommates is really interesting, but it also makes it easier because we are always going to be talking about it though until the project is finished. It's not like we have to like schedule a hangout. It's like I'm always going to be able to bounce ideas off Taylor, like even at 3 a.m. when we can't sleep. And that may be the best idea of the whole thing. You never know.
Moving forward, thinking about filming tomorrow, what are you like? Are you excited to start getting? Are you anxious to start getting filming done, or are you like? Do you see any foreseeable issues that could go wrong? What's your general?
I am excited to get filming done. I do want to start and finish tomorrow. So there comes a problem. It's also we have to film a lot in one of our dorms because the characters in the show are college students. So the fact that one of our rooms is going to be taken over for the day is going to be a bit difficult. But I'm going to be very anxious about it because if we don't give Andrew enough time to edit, then the whole thing is going to be for nothing.
Okay, so the idea that we ended up deciding on, we had about 4 different ideas, but the idea we stuck with is it's basically a mockumentary about polygamous relationships. So far we've hit a couple of snags in our production. We forgot to grab the camera charger, and right when we came out to film this morning, the batteries died. So we had to take about like a 2-hour detour to get the batteries to charge and buy a charger. So that was kind of inconvenient.
Things that we can do, like in this general area, and so after this I think maybe we're gonna go to the square because we need the daylight, and then once it gets dark we're gonna go to a parking lot, kind of, so like a romantic scene with Dove and Daniel, and I think that's maybe it. And well, I mean, we're filming in the dorm also because there's like dorm scenes and everything, so I think that's all that we have planned.
You, me, Parker, you. Fuck, I forgot the time, damn it. 6.
What time is it now? Like 7?
7:30.
Yeah. Here, wait.
Let's do this quickly.
Just tell us about your day. Go.
Okay.
We went to the park.
Yeah, so after y'all left, we went out, we filmed some at the park. We went to McKenna Park, which is I think where we were supposed to do the kickoff, and we filmed some stuff on swings, we filmed some stuff on like just basically a playground, and we were getting a little overheated, so we made sure to go get some water and share some Bluebell. So I mean, it was a pretty nice little bonding exercise we did. And then we went back to the dorm, we let them rest for...
separated for a little bit, yeah.
We
Just a
let
little
them...
snooch.
Yeah, we let them rest for a little bit while me and Brayden looked through the footage and saw what we need to be edited and basically all that. And then we just went.
There's times in it where I look at myself acting. I think that could have gone better. But other than that, I think we did a pretty good job with what we did.
I'm fairly confident, I guess is what word I'd use to describe. I think everyone did great with their acting ability and with believability, and I was really proud with how the editing ended up turning out. So I'm really confident we produced the best product we could possible at this time.
I really like it. My only sad thing is that it's only 5 minutes, and we had to cut out a lot of funny scenes to make it 5 minutes, which I wasn't expecting.
There will be an extended cut.
We're making the director's cut just for us.
Just for that one.
I mean, I really liked the video. It's pretty good. I'm like what Brayden said with the acting. I look at myself and I'm just like, ooh. But I mean, it's a pretty good video. I feel like we did great.
Yes, we had to cut out a scene where we were both leaning on Taylor's shoulder, and Brayden comes over and audibly sniffs her hair, and we had to film that like 5 times because we couldn't stop
We had to film
laughing.
it 9 times.
9?
Yeah.
9
9
times.
I'm trying to think of any significant moments that happened while we were editing that was pretty fun. I think it was just really nice whenever we like put it all together, and then they would get to come. Like I would be like, okay, guys, come check out like where we're at, and then we'd see and the whole story made sense. And I was really impressed with how usually when I would film things in high school, we try and film it all chronologically, but this time we filmed out of order to kind of make with the schedule. But everyone was really in sync with their character. Everyone knew what the script was about, so it the continuity of it worked really well when we ended up making the final product.